I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole, Hathor, Isis, Diana, Mami Ishtar, Kali, Mammy.
Different this time, Gemini moon signs, and this is a story reading. So tell the story. What's the true tea of your moon sign? You know, here we don't just go on the surface of the moon sign. We go deep into the moon and that deep intuitive space, that heart above space. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is fifth chakra energy. This fifth chakra energy is the ruler of both Gemini and Virgo. As you know, your significant card is Hathor, the pleasure principle. Great Mother's coming through, and she's saying the true tea for you is that it's time to really enjoy yourself. Now, is that necessary for Gemini moon people? Not typically, but these have not been typical times, are they? Now, this is how the readings go for this special transit. I might continue with this. I'm really liking the spread. This card here is the shadow, the flaw, what we see in ourselves that we'd rather not acknowledge, and we certainly don't want other people to know. This card is what's bringing up, what's making this issue surface for us. What particularly is making the significator card show up as the inner work that we need to do. This card is what you desire. What is it that you truly desire? Of course, there are obstacles to fulfilling that desire based on the inner work that needs to be done. But what's at stake if we don't get our desire fulfilled? Of course, we have our own desires, but Great Mother comes through and she tells us on a soul level what's at stake if we don't receive our desires. We might say, hey, if I don't get what I want, I'm going to be mad. But Great Mother, she might have a different perspective about, okay, well, you might be mad, but the reason you didn't get it, sometimes, you know, be careful what you pray for type of thing. What is it that's really at stake here with our desires being fulfilled? And why is it important that we do our inner work? Why is it important? Why is it needed at this particular time? How and when, what you will learn rather from the inner work. What is the gain from doing this inner work, for paying attention, for becoming conscious of this deep internal wisdom, especially during the solar eclipse? What's the benefit to us? How and when the inner work will occur, or how it is occurring, and what is the likely outcome from doing our inner work? Okay, Gemini moon sign. Now, the shadow for you is that there is some rage, there's some frustration about your pleasure needs getting met around this pleasure principle issue. So the significator having to do with being clear about whether or not you are living your life running away from your fears, or are you living your life running towards your bliss. Now, Sekhmet in the shadow position of living your life running away from your fears is just a bottomless pit, because the scareder we get, the more frustrated we get, the more out of touch we get with ourselves, the more angry we are. The more frustrated we become, the more out of touch we are with others and out of touch with ourselves. If we're running toward our bliss, Sekhmet shows up and shows us that our shadow is that it's not being realized. It's taking too long. Oh, I thought it was my bliss, but now it's something else. I've wasted all this time. I've invested all this money, that sort of thing. So we have a quandary going on here, Gemini moon people. And I noticed that what's bringing this up in this position is Birth Mother Goddess energy. Birth Mother Goddess energy is an energy that really confirms Mama Drama Trauma in these readings. And it really says that although you may not be aware as you pursue your bliss, or as you're running away from it in fear, that there are some deep-seated issues of guilt, shame, and blame associated with your birth mother relationship. Now, what you want is to move forward. So most of you, that would indicate, are following your bliss for sure, because you are wanting to express this double yang energy and this Mother Mary energy. You're wanting to connect with Great Mother and positive mother figures and other maternal figures to support you, and releasing third quarter moon energy that does not, just being very focused, that double yang energy. Those of you who are running in fear with a double yang as your desire, you're really caught in a very challenging situation where you feel that you have no way out because of the birth mother situation. There are some Gemini moon people that are watching this that you do not see a life without your mother. And you don't have to, that's not required. But what we're seeing with this 8th house energy of this new moon for you is that there's a rebirth happening. There's a regeneration that's going on. And there's some secrets that you're not going to be able to sustain very much longer. Either you're holding secrets, the family secrets more than likely. Maybe you are the mother. You're the parent, and there are some secrets around your mother-child relationship, which is the source of your fear. And this 8th house energy in this Capricorn solar eclipse is requiring inner work around this issue. And that may be why there's so much rage, because you know this, you are intuiting this. In the position of what's at stake, if your desire is not fulfilled, to move forward either in avoidance of the rage or to really pursue your pleasure in a more harmonious way, if that desire is not fulfilled, either way for you, not fulfilled, Great Mother is saying that there won't be a sense of wellness. You know, it's not so much if you're fearful that what you're wanting to do is avoid the issue of the family secret, for example, if that's your situation. Some of you, it's a rebirth situation. But let's just use the family secrets because we have birth mother energy here. And you're wanting to keep that hush, 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 hush. And say you're not able to keep that hush, 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 hush. Well, then you're going to be moving towards wellness by the full moon, by the lunar eclipse, even though that's the last thing you want to happen. Now, those that are moving towards your bliss, and you really want to go toward that, and that is your desire. Great Mother is saying that if your desire is not fulfilled, that you do not fulfill your bliss, all is well. Now, what we feel is our bliss and what truly is aligned with our soul as our bliss are often two different things. And we know that because this is a heart chakra card. The heart chakra is ruled by Venus, which rules Taurus and Virgo. For most Gemini moon sign people, your sidereal moon sign, your Vedic soul sign, is Taurus. So whatever fear or rage that you have, rage is suppressed anger that you're having about not being where you want to be with your bliss, or not being able to conceal some terrible thing, trying to avoid the rebirthing that this solar eclipse is bringing up. Great Mother is saying all is well. And your soul from Great Mother is the source of our soul, is saying all is well. All is well. If your desire is not fulfilled, regardless of which one we stated. And so why should you do the inner work? Why is it needed? Because it's time for heart chakra energy. Okay, Venus rules that soul Taurus moon sign. to open up and expand. Your soul is ready to grow, Gemini moon sign people. It's ready to grow. It's ready to expand. It's ready to break out of incarceration from the limited views, the limited perspectives. You see all of this root chakra energy? The root chakra is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is in the South Node, conjunct the Sun and the Moon, this new moon in Capricorn, with Pluto, transformation. And so this root chakra energy, that Taurus can be kind of, they say stubborn or whatever. It's not really wanting to move. It's not wanting to budge. That soul energy. Yeah, soul has a personality. And there may be some frustration needing to move, but the stars are aligning with it's time to let go of that MDT identity of guilt, blame, and shame. It's time to act on your bliss. Focus on your life. It's time to know that all is well. And this is necessary in order to open up your soul heart. The heart chakra is the crossroads between the ego and the soul. And so this is taking us further up with this waning gibbous moon. Okay? 6th frequency energy. And to those higher chakras of the heart. Okay, the heart has 2 valves, one that goes up and one that goes down. And the valve that goes up from the heart is the one that is the heart above energy. The heart is wanting to expand. The soul is ready, but it's needing the alignment of your ego mind, of your ego body to act it out, to play it out. It's just like a playwright has a script, but they need actors to play it out in order to manifest it. And that's what our soul contracts are. Mama Drama Trauma is just another soul contract. It's a very popular one on the planet right now, but it's a soul contract that plays itself out. And who plays it out? We do, the incarnated body minds of the soul. What do you get at all of this? This is what you get for all your efforts, for all of your conscious focus on your inner work this lunar cycle. You leave a bad situation behind. This is underneath Birth Mother energy and pleasure principle. In order for you to focus on the significant aspects of this month, this past life, this perception of the Birth Mother Goddess as not being what she should be has to be released, and the soulmate perception of the soul contract to help you evolve in self-love and spiritual independence has to be embraced in order for Earth Mother to fully embrace you to the degree that you do feel at home, even though your Birth Mother may be rejecting you. Earth Mother will always embrace us, but we won't feel her embrace until we let the negative maternal energy go. That's why Great Mother is speaking to us. We have mothers all around us. We have mother energy all around us, but we don't receive it. There are people that go to good foster homes and are adopted by good people, and sometimes they just reject it because they're so focused on the rejection of their mother. They never receive the love that's there. We don't get to dictate on this side of the veil how that goes down. All those contracts and all that stuff has already been signed. It's a done deal by the time we come out of the womb. We're acting it out. Does that mean that it's fate? No. We have choice. This is what we desire. This is what Great Mother's saying. This is the focus of the energies that are supporting us. But we can do whatever the heck we want to do. We can stay mad if we want to. Or we can gain the Pachamama energy, root chakra energy, that regrounds us in this earth as we are now. It's a kind of a rebirthing. You know how sometimes you're out in nature, you are walking in the park or sitting by a lake or in your backyard and just listen to the birds singing, and maybe you on top of a hill walking or hiking somewhere or on a beach, and you just feel totally revived, rejuvenated, completely reborn. That's allowing Great Mother to embrace you. and not being distracted in those moments, but really communing with the maternal love that's there to embrace us. This is what you will gain by releasing all that. You will gain the receptors, the antennae will open up from the release of all that negative energy. And remember, solar eclipses are about what? They are about illumination. They are about gaining inner clarity. And so that inner clarity and release, because we're talking about South Node energy, okay, is so powerful. In the sidereal, the new moon is in Sagittarius. And on this day, this new moon, the nakshatra that rules it is Mula, which is ruled by Ketu, which is the South Node in Vedic. So huge release of the blame, the shame, the guilt, the rage, okay, and the judgment more than anything of yourself about being upset. It's natural to be upset about mama drama trauma. Half of my coaching work is with the management of rage behind mama drama trauma. That's natural to be upset, to be the crying child. Everybody needs a mother. How and when this inner work that you're doing will occur? It will occur as a great reward to you, is what Great Mother is saying. The Ra card is the reward card. It is the third eye, waning gibbous moon card. It's when Oz dispenses the gifts to the scarecrow, the tin man, and the lion. Gifts that they didn't expect. This is all about the primordial father energy that always sees the comedy of errors in life. While we're taking everything seriously and we're, moving forward full speed ahead and we're really upset about things and not quite sure how things are going to work out, or if I let this fear go, my whole world's going to fall apart, or if I follow my bliss, I'm going to lose everything. While we're doing all of that, Great Father is seeing the power in our open heart. Of course, Emerald City is the heart chakra, of course, is green energy, where Oz lives. Pachamama energy, of course, is green energy, heart chakra as well. That's Oz. It's all green and lovely, isn't it? And so that is how your inner work is occurring. You are already in a beautiful environment, Taurus moon sign people. Of course, I'm sorry, you're Gemini in the Western, and I'm calling you Taurus because the soul is speaking to you. The soul, your soul sign is really speaking to you, that Taurus soul sign. You are already Taurus soul people. Comfort is important to you. Being in beautiful surroundings are important to you. Being around comfortable settings is important to you. And particularly with this situation, you have already unconsciously created that. Full speed ahead. That is why there's so much avoidance if you're trying to hide a secret. You're trying to be comfortable, or in a situation where you're following your bliss, you are seeking that comfort and you're starting to see some results from that. You're starting to notice and to gain some of that, fairies, trees, and sea energy around you that is making you feel at home in your environs. And this is helping facilitate the openness, of your heart to better, to greater, to more love. This is what 2019 is about for you. Remember, we're looking at where we are and where we want to be. And so although this may be where you are, this is not where you're going to be by the end of the year. This is a current report, a current assessment, a current breath of clarity, balance, and confirmation from Great Mother based on this lunar phase of the new moon, in which you are beginning to successfully establish, define, and maintain clear boundaries in your life to protect the work that you've done to create a comfortable environment in your life. to respect yourself for the work that you've done, to pursue your pleasure the best way you know how. There is no judgment or condemnation for any way that you've pursued it. There are always consequences. Okay? So there's no judgment if there's fear, but there are consequences for that because we're not living our divinity, which is the truthful acknowledgement that we are dearly loved, divine children of the great Mother, Father, God, who are never judged, condemned, or left alone. So with that, I want to offer you all of the blessings of Great Mother this solar eclipse in Capricorn. This is very powerful energy for you Gemini moon sign people. You have a lot going on as well with Aries in your 11th house, with Uranus and Mars there, shaking up your networks, your friends, and clubs and associations that you may be a part of as well, as you realign and reorganize yourself around this release of blame, shame, and guilt. There are some associations that no longer serve you. They've been based on that. You're going to a better place, and you're being rewarded already in the process. Some of you have already done that over the holidays. Congratulations. Thanks so much for watching, sharing, and liking. But above all and most of all, remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.
I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter.